Hi there. In this video, we're going to be going through some more tests. Again, there's no preparation beforehand, so we'll just come across whatever test comes up and try our best to get it fixed and hope that this might be useful for anybody watching. Okay, so let's get started. Again, the first thing we do is run through the tests. I'm just going through functional tests right now and seeing what comes up. There are a few tests which I am aware are failing, and they're failing for reasons which we know about and we can fix. Okay, we're getting some more failing, which were not failing, which I haven't noticed before. So this gives us a good opportunity to dive in. What's going on with I? Okay, this seems like an easy fix where we can just add an unsupported data type flag. So let's try and fix this. So it's for TensorFlow. Okay, let's take a look. And what we're getting is that this is failing, and it's telling us that the input data type is not supported, uint 8, dimension 3. Okay, so basically, because we're not interested in trying to outline exactly which, let's just make sure we're exactly right about this, but we're not interested, we're not interested in tracking which function supports which input data type for which arguments, because that's too much for us to kind of track. Doesn't really make sense. So as far as the unit tests go, what we're going to do, well, the first alternative would be to hard code a solution in this case for TensorFlow with a uint 16 and a tile dimension of 3, and to kind of hand engineer another solution that gives the same output that we require by using other TensorFlow functions and recreating that behavior. And that's something we can do if we find that this particular data type and operation becomes very popular, but in general, to try to do that in every corner case is effort kind of ill spent. We can kind of better spend our time getting other things working. So for the time being, we just flag that this data type is not supported for this backend for this function. And then that means that we will skip it during the unit tests. We won't kind of prevent people trying it. So if you happen to be using the uint 16 data type with TensorFlow and you don't use a tile dimension of 3, then the function will still work. But we're just going to not test this function at all with TensorFlow with this data type. Hopefully that makes sense. So let's just first of all make sure that's correct. So we are getting this first, and this is fine. It's just a uint 16 1 by 2 by 2 array. The tile dimensions are 2, 1, 1. That should work, and it doesn't because TensorFlow doesn't support it, it seems. So yeah, okay, so all we're going to do is put uint 16 as non-supported for I. Well, yeah, let me think. Yeah, I think we should do that. This is an interesting one because I does support this, I presume, but because we're kind of adding this extra ability to do the K and the batch shape, which is, by the looks of it, not actually supported by TensorFlow, so we're kind of adding this extra behavior, we're kind of limiting this whole function, flagging that it doesn't support uint 16. But I still think this is the best solution because this is the way that we do it. So so let me just remind myself how we do this. We just do like I dot unsupported data types. I need to make sure I'm using the correct terminology. Let's just take a look at others. I know there's some And element-wise in Torch, just off the top of my head. Okay, it's like this. uint 16. Okay. Okay, so I think this should fix our failing unit test. And it does. Let's just make sure it works with all the other backends. It does. Okay, so that was a simple fix. Let's get that added. Let's then answer the door. Get that added. Done. Fixed. I've forgotten the test now. I'm distracted. Test I. Added. I just put this explicitly. Added items for data type for TensorFlow backend fixing the test. Okay. Okay, cool. So we've fixed another test. Awesome. Again, I'm keeping these videos short and sweet, so they'll hopefully just be a few minutes each. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.